Do you dream of retiring early? More and more Americans want to retire early so they can finally slow down and focus on living their life rather than working their way up the corporate ladder. While it's an appealing idea and probably most of us wouldn't mind retiring early, there are some significant barriers to overcome, some you may not have thought about. Hi, I'm Alex Wolfe, Head of Financial Planning at Base Wealth Management. Today we're exploring the realities of early retirement and how you can make it work for you. And please hit the subscribe button if you think other retirement planners will find it useful. What happens when you retire? Rather than earning money, you're suddenly spending it. And if you are full retirement age, this isn't too difficult. You have Social Security and Medicare to fall back on. You've had more time to grow your savings, and you have a shorter life expectancy. Now let's take away those key elements by retiring early, say 55. You don't have Social Security. In fact, you may end up with a smaller Social Security check when you finally apply for it because you spent your prime earning years not earning money, and Social Security is based on your earnings. Also, stay tuned to the end to discover just how much money you can lose by not optimizing your Social Security. You're 10 long years away from Medicare, possibly without insurance. You've lost 5 to 12 years of compounded growth. Will your savings survive 7 years until getting Social Security, 10 years until Medicare, and the rest of retirement? Well, that depends on how much you'll need to spend in retirement and how well you keep your expenses low in those early years. Let's say you figure you plan on needing about $70,000 a year in retirement. You'll need about $1,750,000 in your savings for that kind of retirement income until you reach 80 if you use the 4% rule. Well, what if you don't have $1,750,000 in savings? As a matter of fact, the 4% rule may not be as relevant as you think. The issue with that, the 4% withdrawal rule assumes a static withdrawal rate year after year. However, the spending patterns of retirees show a different story. Spending doesn't stay static, it fluctuates. In the early years of retirement, you're active and you spend a lot. You then settle in for a long period of tranquil rest where you spend considerably less. Then as your health starts to falter, your spending again increases, and at the end, you can see your retirement spending on a graph similar to a smile or an inverse bell curve. So let's look at it from a different perspective. You retire at age 55 and remove 4% a year for 7 years, then you settle down and withdraw only 2% for the next 12, using Social Security to bridge any gaps. As you start needing more medical treatment, your withdrawal rate starts to go back up to 4. How much would you need in your initial portfolio for a 25-year retirement until age 80? Don't worry, I did the math for you. About $1,330,000 or about $400,000 less than you thought you would need. Of course, we're making some big assumptions here. First, there's a good chance that if you stay invested, your returns will outpace your low withdrawal rates in your low spending years, meaning you won't run out of money at the age of 80, and each year you wait to retire will be a lot less stress off your savings. The most important thing is to keep your expenses low in those early years, which may be difficult without Social Security and insurance. You'll want to pick up medical insurance to help prevent a death blow to your savings, and here you have a few options. First, you can purchase insurance from healthcare.gov. Though it may not be cheap, if you get seriously ill or injured, you'll be happy you got it. Secondly, you can try to save on your previous employer's insurance via COBRA, which lets you extend your insurance for up to 18 months, though you'll be paying the whole premium and a 2% surcharge, though it still may be cheaper and better than what you find on healthcare.gov. Finally, you can try to get on your spouse's insurance, which would likely be ideal. However, that may not be an option for many people. Next, you want to take steps to improve your Social Security situation by taking Social Security early, and with fewer earnings years, you're potentially leaving a lot of money on the table. you can increase your monthly benefit by delaying Social Security, but then you're left with more years relying on your savings. Instead of a clean break from your working career, perhaps look into a slow transition into retirement, such as continuing to work a part-time job. This will let you continue to put into Social Security and maybe even delay applying for it. By the way, if you're curious about how to optimize your Social Security situation, I highly recommend watching our recent video. A few simple steps can help you increase your lifetime benefit by potentially tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, can you retire early? Though it's not as difficult as it would otherwise seem, there are still a few lofty hurdles in the way, with the most difficult period probably those early years between retirement and receiving government benefits. But to truly figure it all out, you need to sit down with an advisor or a CFP who can help guide you through various scenarios and help you determine how early you can retire if you desire to do so. My name is Alex Wolfe, Certified Financial Planner, and I'm here to guide you through your journey. I can sit down with you and go over your whole financial situation and put you on the optimal path to retirement. Just click the link below to schedule an appointment, and until then, make sure you subscribe to our channel and like our videos to help spread the financial wisdom.